welcome to video 2 of an 11 video playlist series talking about the most common struggles on a raw vegan diet. And today we're going to be talking about time management, planning, scheduling, and prep. So let's dive into that one in this video. Welcome back to another video. I'm really excited to talk about this one because it is one of the top common struggles. When I asked Instagram, what are some of your top struggles? Time management was a big one, prep, all of that. So I'm excited to chat about that in this video. But before we begin, please pause this video, click the link in the description box below, and go grab the Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle because it only happens once this year and it's got all new content. And I have contributed my brand new Raw Vegan Wraps ebook. That's in this bundle, as well as the ebook that I wrote with Chef AJ. It's Make It Raw Volume 2. So there's 28 really fun new recipes in there where we took some of Chef AJ's favorites and we made them raw. You're also getting Nate's Kitchen Essentials course and a whole bunch of brand new contents from some of your favorite raw vegans. So if you want to know what's inside, you're getting over 35 brand new things worth over $1,700. Everything is only 50 bucks. The link is in the description box below. So if you've been waiting for my Raw Wraps ebook, that's in the bundle. So go check it out before we continue. So hit pause right now and go grab it. All right, now that you got the bundle, we can continue on with this video. So we're going to talk about time management, prep, and planning, that kind of thing. Now, anything successful in life takes a plan. We need to plan to be successful. We need to set a goal. We need to have a reason, really. So what's your reason for going raw? Why do you want to go raw? Why do you want to make healthy changes? Why do you want to go vegan? Why do you want to do this for yourself? That's where you need to get clear on what is your reason, and then you can start to make a plan. This is a step that the majority of people skip because it's one of those like, it's boring, I just want to start. It's like, well, you can't start if you don't plan. You have to plan and schedule in what you need to do to get your new habits done. They don't just magically appear. You have to do them. You have to be consistent. You have to repeat that over and over and over again before it becomes a habit. So you need to plan. And the best way to deal with time management is to sit down with yourself, take 5-10 minutes before you go to sleep and write down what you plan to have for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and when are you going to do the food prep for it. So everybody's going to have different schedules. So I'm not talking like just 9-to-5ers or people who are self-employed or people who have 2 jobs. Everyone's going to have their own struggles. Everyone has issues. You know, some people have kids, some people might work night shift. So everyone has different challenges. You have to work within your challenges to make it work. So when you do choose your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, then you choose when you can put that food prep in. Do you have to skip that episode of Netflix and make your lunch the night before? Do you need to go to bed early so you can get up earlier and make your lunch before work? Or can you food prep a little bit? It's harder on raw to food prep, I must say, because raw food is so fresh that it can go bad a little faster. So food prep is maybe like every 2 or 3 days if you're really gonna push it. My wraps, they last about 3 days. So for example, say you wanted wraps for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, because that's 3 days, you could make the wraps Sunday night, maybe, or Sunday afternoon would probably be best. They should be ready Monday morning. You would wrap up all 3. So you would have wraps for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then say on Wednesday afternoon, right after work or whatever you can, even in the morning, you could blend wraps for Thursday and Friday. And then you would just wrap them Thursday morning for Thursday and Friday. And I know that sounds confusing, but if you plan it out, then it's a lot easier. Most people don't plan. When I do coaching calls, when I do the one-on-one coaching calls, I typically ask people, so what are you having for lunch and dinner today? And I would say almost all of them, like 99% of them, have no idea what they're going to have for lunch or for dinner, because we tend to wing it. And we wing it because we didn't plan. Planning is the key to success, not just in a raw vegan diet, but in anything in life. We have to plan. We need a blueprint of what we're going to do in order to make our new habits happen. And this is where I talk about proactive food journaling. Now, when you say food journaling, most people think of reflective food journaling, where they look back on what they ate during the day when they didn't have a plan. And you look back and you're like, oh, I normally eat this and this and this when I'm stressed out or tired. And it's a great way to reflect, but it doesn't teach us how to plan. So proactive food journaling is not only reflecting on what you did the day before, but you're planning the next day. You plan out your breakfast, you plan out your snacks, you plan out your lunch, you plan out your dinner. And some people, you might not feel like having that at the time, because maybe the night before you're like, I really feel like having, a French salad or whatever, and then the next day you feel like actually having Caesar. If you feel like having a raw Caesar, which, by the way, I have the cruciferous Caesar salad, which is in the Make It Raw book that is in the bundle, link in the description box below. But if you choose the Caesar, at least you had a plan. At least you knew that you were gonna have something raw. And if your tastes change throughout the day and you're like, well, I'd rather have this raw salad instead, or I'd like this flavor instead, at least you had a plan to start out with. You can always deviate from the plan if it's a different raw meal that you want, or you wanted to try a different raw recipe instead. That's totally your prerogative, but the goal is to plan. At least plan your meals that you want to have, and then make adjustments that day if you need to. Scheduling it in is one of the key things to proactive food journaling, because you can write down all the food that you want to eat, but unless you have a way to make that food, it's not going to happen. You're gonna go about your day and be like, oh, I forgot to soak my nuts, or I forgot to sprout my lentils, or I forgot to freeze the veggies for the stew, or I forgot to get lettuce from the store, or I forgot that, and then you feel overwhelmed because there's so many things that you need to do to make this meal. Whereas if you were to plan it and you were to say, well, I want to have this dressing or whatever for dinner, I need to soak the seeds in the morning. The soaking the seeds literally only takes like 1 to 2 minutes, because you just grab the seeds, put them in a jar, and fill it with water. It's very easy. The hard part is remembering when to do it or scheduling it in. So if you do want to make something that requires soaking or sprouting or whatever it is, any food prep, you got to schedule the food prep in as well. So if you wanted to have my wraps the next day, for example, you could blend them the day before. That's an easy way to do it. And it really only takes maybe 11 minutes. I've timed myself. It takes 11 to 13 minutes for me to blend the wrap, pour it in the trays, spread it out, and put it in the dehydrator. 11 to 13 minutes, that's not bad. It makes 2 wraps, one for Nate, one for myself. And we've got lunch the next day. We just have to fill it with whatever we want to fill it, and make a sauce if we want a sauce. So it's really easy. It's just that when people hear it takes 12 hours to dehydrate, suddenly they feel like it takes so much time. But in reality, it doesn't take a lot of time if you plan it. Then you just make it the night before and it's ready the next day, and then you just chop some veggies, fill it up, and have a delicious wrap for your lunch. So schedule that time in. When are you going to be able to go shopping? When are you going to make your lunch? When are you going to prep for dinner? Some other tips that might be really helpful is to blend a double batch of dressing, because you can have the same thing the next day. You can blend a double batch and have the same thing again. It's totally okay, because if that's going to save you time and it's going to get you to eat more raw foods, then do it. Blend a double batch. I personally prefer blending it in a vacuum blender, because you're not blending in a whole bunch of air to oxidize your dressing or even your smoothie. So it preserves a lot longer, like at least a couple days longer than if you were to blend it regular with blending all the air in there. It just oxidizes it, changes the flavor, it goes bad faster, it separates differently, and the texture is different. So I personally like to vacuum blend and then vacuum seal. Vacuum sealing There are lids that I will link in the description box below, right underneath the bundle, which you should have already. Go grab the bundle and then go get those lids, because the lids you can put on a regular mason jar, suck out any extra air that's on the top, and it actually helps to preserve it another day or two. So you could blend 2 dressings for lunch on Sunday, and then you could have, say, Monday and Tuesday done. You could blend 2 dressings Sunday for Monday and Tuesday nights, and then all you would have to do is chop the vegetables. You can also get pre-chopped stuff. Pre-chopped lettuce, pre-grated carrots, pre-shredded cabbage. You could just throw cherry tomatoes right in. You don't even have to cut them. You can get sprouts at the store. There's a lot of pre-chopped vegetables that you could get and add to your salad. You could chop your cucumber fresh or whatever you wanted else in there. But there are a lot of options out there if you need to save time with your food prep. You just have to go out and get it. Make a list, schedule it in, and make it happen. Another thing that's really helpful for food prep and timing and all that is getting tools that help you, kitchen tools that help you. And if you grab the bundle, again, which you should have already, the link is in the description box below, you'll get Nate's Kitchen Essentials video course. I think there's over 4 hours of content in there teaching you about all the tools that we use to have our successful raw vegan diet. So he's got tips and tricks and ideas and links to buy all the stuff if you wanted to experiment with different tools. There's so many tools out there. Obviously, he doesn't cover everything that you can get because there's like so many cool things out there. But go to like even Bed Bath & Beyond and look for like things that might help you, like an apple thing. We have got a link in his course for the apple thing that just helps you to cut an apple fast if that's going to be better. I mean, obviously it's easy to just eat, but if you want to cut it and core it, that's a tool out there for you too. So all of these little tools can help with your food prep, like mandolin slicers or the choppers that chop things into cubes, a food processor to grate things really fast. There's a lot of tools to help you to add more raw food to your diet. So check out the bundle and download the PDF for Nate's video course and watch all the videos and see if there's something that you could add to your life to help with that food prep. So hopefully this video helps some of you out there. And again, if you want to get everyone's new stuff, grab the bundle. If you want my new wraps book, it's in the bundle right now. You can't get it individually until the bundle's over. So if you want it now, go grab the bundle. It's only $50 and you're getting over $1,700 worth of brand new raw vegan content. The Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle only happens once a year. It's only happening once in 2023, and this is it. These are the 11 days that you're going to be able to get it, actually only 10 more now. So go to the link in the description box below, grab the bundle, download the content, and start adding more raw food to your diet. You do not need to be a raw vegan to enjoy more raw foods. We all know that we should be eating more fresh fruits and vegetables, getting more fiber, more variety, more color into our diet. So go enjoy some of the new content that we have made for you. We put a lot of work into this, so if you want to support us and yourself, this is a great way to do so. So click that link in the description box below and go grab the bundle before it's gone. We'll be back tomorrow for video number 3, talking about under eating as one of the common struggles on a raw diet, or not feeling full or feeling full too fast. We're going to explore all of that tomorrow. Until then, I hope you enjoy the contents of the bundle. I love you all so much. Thank you for all your support. It means the world to me, and fruit on.